Woven blankets are seriously one of the highest profit margin products that one can sell from Printify and sell them on Etsy or on Shopify. But so many people are hesitant to actually jump into selling woven blankets because they don't fully understand everything that it comes to designing and making sure that you actually get a good result when creating these, because they're not exactly like just printing something on a t-shirt. I did a short video on the top high profit margin products on Printify or through print on demand a few weeks ago, and everybody asked for a more detailed version or a more detailed breakdown on how they can sell woven blankets. So in this video, we're going to go into how to create them, how to design for them, how to do research for them, and what types of design styles to select to make sure that you actually get happy customers and good results. So first of all, why even sell woven blankets? Well, if you come into Etsy and you just type in woven blanket on Etsy, and then you use a tool like Everbee, for example, and using the product analytics, I'm going to click on that. I'm just going to cancel this. And then I'm going to go to the Everbee database, or you can take a look at the page results here. And then I'm going to sort by monthly sales. And you can see just how many sales some of these woven blankets are making, like this grandma one here, which is making 491 sales a month, which is equaling $60,000 of monthly revenue for just this one listing. I see quite a big range in how much people are selling these for, but even the cheapest one is selling for much higher than one would get for apparel. For this one, for example, starts at 46 for the smallest size, which people don't typically order the smallest size. I did it as a sample once, and it's pretty tiny if you're planning to use it as a blanket. But if you check here, the 50 by 60 is going for $69.22, and the larger size is going for $92.29 US, and they're charging shipping. Yet if we take a look at the pricing from Printify, the biggest size for these with Printify Premium, which I highly recommend getting, is $45.30 for the largest size. The medium size is $29.53, with the smallest size being $21.47. That is a very big difference between what people are selling these for and what they're being charged for it. And the reason that I love these is because they give off this high quality, high value, or high perceived value. Because they are woven, a lot of people are actually selling these for much higher and still getting amazing results. Like this one here, which is a bestseller, and the smallest size starts at $110, and the largest size goes up to $196.52, and these are still selling. That means if someone sells this at the 60 by 80, they're making $150 worth of profit. So let's go create our own. And to do this, I'm going to be using Kittl, because Kittl actually lets you build file sizes to the size that you need for these. So right within Kittl, I actually opened the largest size, which was a 60 by 80. When you actually come in to Printify and you open up the different sizes. So again, we have the 52 by 37, the 60 by 50, and the 80 by 60. At the side here as well, under print area size, you can also grab the pixel size for these. So we have this one here, it's 7680 by 5760, and that's for the large product size, and you can keep it at a 96 DPI. So we want to actually build our file size to that size, just so we have a general idea of how these are going to print when they're blown up. And I also love building right within Kittl, because you can open the multiple different artboard sizes that are the different dimensions of the different sizes. So right here, we have the biggest size of blanket versus the smallest size of blanket. And you're gonna notice they're slightly different ratio. So being able to visualize how these are actually going to print is helpful. And if you need to change up the design at all and upload that to the different sizes on Printify, you can do it through here. Now, before we actually start designing or picking our niche, I'm going to look into eRank and see what keywords are out there for blanket that I want to create. So coming into eRank, I am just typing in blanket. You can also be a little bit more specific if you want to specifically look for woven blanket, but I'm just going to look for blanket and kind of create within that keyword. And I'm going to scroll down, wait for this to load, and I'm going to start to look for keywords that, one, I can create, two, have a high average search, and not too much competition. So we have something like wool blanket, but we can't make a wool blanket. We're making a woven blanket. So let's skip that one. We're not making a picnic blanket. We're not making a weighted blanket, but a keyword that I see that is sticking out to me right here are these two right here, which are mushroom blanket and grandma blanket. And through my research on Etsy, I noticed a lot of the best-selling woven blankets are grandma blankets. And lately I've seen them a lot with like the floral kind of version, but maybe I want to create a different floral grandma version, and I'm going to create this mushroom kind of cottagecore blanket mixed with grandma so I can cover both keywords and still follow a niche that's doing really well and a design style that's doing really well. So coming back to Kittl, we're going to use AI to create this because I have a vision of what I want in my mind, and I'm going to go and click on this little prompt button at the bottom, and I'm going to type in something like create a mushroom cottagecore pattern blanket with a banner that says grandma in the middle. I'm going to change the style right here, and I'm going to look through the styles and see if there's one that I like. And scrolling down, I kind of want a pattern. One pattern that I've noticed doing really well on these blankets lately has been this French style, this, I can never say it, I think it's tulle. This French tulle type of design. Actually, the best seller right now is a grandma floral tulle blanket. So I'm going to select this right here. And as well, sometimes what I like to do is if I notice that I'm not creating that great a prompt, I go to the corner here and hit enhance prompt, and it's going to just kind of break this down a little bit better so we have a little bit more information for the prompt. And I can read through this and go ahead and change it if I need to, but this looks good. Let's see what we get, and let's hit generate. And this is the result. I'm keeping it small right now because I don't really like it, but that's the result I got with the Google Imagen. And I'm actually going to switch the style here, and let's try the ChatGPT image 1.5. Usually I like the results that ChatGPT gives me, so let's also try that with this. And here is the result for that one, which I think looks incredible, especially when blown up, and it really follows the style that I see doing really well on Etsy right now. So let's blow this one up, make sure it's centered, and I'm loving how that looks. And then just to be careful, I'm also just going to upscale this so it's a higher quality, though this slightly matters less with woven blankets because we're not really printing fine details. When you're creating woven blankets, things actually look woven, so things are a little bit less crisp. Another thing I've noticed with woven blankets is that customization does really well. So maybe another way for us to stick out with this woven blanket is to not just make it a grandma blanket, but to make it maybe a mom blanket, or someone can put a name or change the name to like Nona or Gigi or whatever they call their grandma. So one thing we can do is go to Artboard, and I'm gonna hit add smartboard, and then using Nano Banana Pro, I'm just gonna say change grandma to Gigi, and let's see what result that gives us. And then whenever a customer wants to change the word, I can just use this system here to change up the name or the wording so that this is more of a customizable blanket. And there we go. So I can add a personalization box for people and let them select which design or which name they want. And I can just use this every single time. I can keep re-rolling with the Nano Banana if they put something new that maybe we haven't created yet. But let's say we are going with the grandma blanket. What I'm going to do is click on our grandma one right here, and I'm going to download this file. And this one actually doesn't need to be a PNG because we don't need a transparent background. So you can save it as a PNG or a JPEG. I'm just going to save it as a JPEG for this. And we are going to download this file, and we are going to go back to Printify. And one of the things that we need to do, and probably what confuses people the most, is if they should be selecting artwork or photo. And it sounds self-explanatory. If you have a photo that you're trying to print on a woven blanket, use photo. Or if you're trying to use artwork, use artwork. But that still may be very confusing. And I want to thank Robin Brown for some photos she uploaded to the Printify group because these explain it perfectly. And let's go through these here. Artwork is great for consistent, solid colors. So if you don't have too complicated of a design, it looks great with artwork. You can see down here, when we see the color wheel, we can see the colors that you might see on a screen, but you can see how a photo would print on a woven blanket and how it's going to print with artwork. With photo, you still see a big range of colors and that we could probably do gradients. But if you take a look at artwork, they bunch together colors. So things are gonna look really, really blocky and bad if you try to print a photo using the artwork style. When you're printing woven blankets, you also need to keep these color wheels in mind. Woven blankets aren't printed, they're actually using thread colors. So that means the gradient or the hues that you're able to print are extremely limited. So you can see the color wheel up here and how it's actually going to end up printing. So you do need to have probably a disclaimer in your description stating that things are going to look slightly different when they are printed because you're not able to get these vibrant colors. Here's another way to visualize this. If we take a look at the color swatches down here under photo, it looks like things are able to blend versus if you're doing artwork, things are in blocks. So again, if you have a highly detailed image or even artwork that is detailed, it might end up looking really funny. And I actually made this mistake once. I printed a photo of my cat using the artwork, and so many points and spots in that blanket were horrible. And if a customer received it, I would feel so bad. And then I had this other post saved from Tina Witt Gross. Thank you so much, Tina, for sharing these, where she ordered different designs as both a photo and an artwork to compare. So we have the photo on the left and the artwork on the right. And you can see the white background looks a lot better on the artwork because it's just a block of color. But if you actually take a look at the artwork, while the background doesn't look too good because it's not as great at solids, the detail in the image is much more clear and crisp. We have this one. Again, I think the photo version looks a whole lot better and a lot more crisp than the artwork photo. Then we have this one here. Again, you can see the white background from the artwork version looks a lot better because it's a big block of color. But if we take a look at the photo variant, the text looks clearer and so do all the details of the raven and the back of this image. Another helpful article to understand how these are going to print is the Guten Woven Products article here, which explains the different design practices. We have the different colors, things to keep in mind when you're actually designing. We have this different color swatch of what artwork looks like versus a woven product. And if you need extra help and you want to fully understand what a woven blanket is going to look like, this is an extra thing that's very helpful to take a look at. So I'll just make sure that this is linked below for you guys. And before I actually go to upload this design, one thought I had is that maybe because again, this is woven, thin lines aren't going to print the best. So a thicker line is more ideal. So I actually went and just used a smart board and I said, make all the lines thicker so that these have a higher probability and they're way more likely to be a lot more crisp when printed. So I'm going to save this one now instead of this version that had the thinner lines. So now you're going to upload this right on over to Printify. I just upload it and then rotate it right within here, depending on the orientation of your design. I typically like my designs the portrait way and not this horizontal. So once I upload it, I just use the little spinny thing up here to just move my file here. And then under variants, what you want to make sure you're doing is go to select variants and you want to make sure you only have one selected, whether that be artwork or photo, because you don't want your customer to have to decide because they're going to have no clue. And so for this one, because I have these fine lines, it does have details. And I know for this one, it probably still would do okay as an artwork because it doesn't have gradients. I am just going to be safe and I'm probably going to go with the photo one right here. Make sure all my sizes are selected. And what I need to do is just make sure when I'm flipping through all of these sizes that my design actually fits. We have this one, for example, the 60 by 50. I'm noticing that when I clicked on it, we have a lot of white space. So either I can go back to Kittl and use the smart boards to expand this to make it fit this one, or if it works for your design, you can just scale this upwards and make sure it fits. If you needed to go back to Kittl and change the design just for this one size, make sure you're hitting make a specific design for this size, and then you can upload that new design to fit this dimension. But for the current design that I have, it actually just works to expand the image, and everything still says high resolution for woven blankets. So I'm happy with that. And I'm going to go to save product. And then if I did want to make this personalizable, so for example, I want to change this. I want them again to be able to put Gigi or a name or Nona. What I'm going to do is just turn on personalization so that this original file doesn't go to print every single time. I have some time before this is approved to go out and flip the design file in here. So I'm just going to make sure that's turned on, and then I'm going to publish this to Etsy. And then you want to create some mock-ups so that you actually have an image that sells your product. So coming into Etsy, I'm just looking up woven blanket mock-up, and I see a few here that I've seen doing really well for other people. And I typically like to follow what other people are getting bestsellers with. So if there's some mock-up that you're noticing a lot of people have when they have a bestseller, you probably want to buy one similar to that, if not the exact one, or test with that one. And one that I see doing really well is this popular now one here. I see these hanging ones doing really well. I often see this one doing really well. Some of these have multiple different photos all within one, and you can sometimes make these with Photoshop, or you can make them with Canva. If you buy a Photoshop one and you don't have Photoshop, you can use photopea.com, which is a free version of Photoshop, and still follow the exact same instructions that come with your purchase. And here's one I've previously made with a Photoshop mockup that I bought from Etsy. And again, there's so many of these and they do so well at making your design actually look good and give your buyer an idea of what this is going to look like. And this is going to draw their attention to your listing a lot more than the Printify mockups that automatically get put into your listing. Now, whenever you get a sale, it's going to show up within Printify under your orders. It's going to have an attention on it, so you can actually go ahead and click into that listing and see what word they requested. So if it was just grandma, and grandma's already the existing word in our design, you can go ahead and just approve that. Let's say they put Gigi or Nona. Well, you can go back to Kittl, change the wording in the way that I showed you, resave the file and upload it just for that one order, and then approve it. And then Printify is going to print and ship that product for you automatically. If you have any more questions about woven blankets, just ask me in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer as many of those, if not all of them, that I can answer for you guys. And if this helps at all, if you could please drop a like and subscribe, that would mean so much. Thank you guys, and I will see you next week.